Stewart's Creek did an amazing job of hosting the Every Kid is a Hero day event for us. It just, Clark and his whole team, Clark, Casey, the cheerleaders, oh my goodness. I feel like they must have had 50 cheerleaders out there. I don't know how many were out there, but they were just rooting all the other children on and young adults on, and it was just blows you away. Just blows you away. But the best part for me was, we did this the first time in Sumner County.
Mm-hmm.
And at Sumner County, I'm giving away T-shirts to the volunteers, and I didn't have anything initially to give to the kids. We had the comic books to give at the end of the event, which really is the event, but not giving anything to the kids up front at Sumner County. Literally, some of those kids were looking at me at Sumner County like, buddy, you're not going to make it out of here. You're dying, So we made sure to have capes and masks for the kids this year. And as the kids were putting those on and the wind was blowing, their capes were flowing out the back, it was perfect. I mean, I feel like some of them could have flown away as their own superheroes right there on that day. And it was magical. It really was. And at the same time, Brian, we definitely want to give credit to the children. These kids have challenges that you and I will never understand, never know. As hard as our lives day in, day out may occasionally be, these kids have challenges every single second of every single day. And you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
It's just another day in their life, and they are moving on, and they're walking by you, and they're wanting to give high fives, and they're wanting to hug you, and they're wanting to just, have a great time. I'll tell you the best part. I think we need to have a special tryout for some of these kids in football, in soccer. They have some arms.
Yeah.
My goodness. I mean, they were putting it right in there every time, putting it right in the net. Very special. Very special.
So there must have been some activities that took place there for them too, right?
It did, yeah. So the way the event happened is all the schools of Rutherford County came in. And again, I'm going to give props. Our Rutherford County School Board, Dr. Sullivan, I didn't even know him until last summer. But I'm going to say thank you, Rutherford County, for extending him to 2028. I believe I just saw the other day in the newspaper. The whole board, Claire Maxwell, Francis, they all were just so encouraging to push this through, and then Annie Rost and Kay Martin, they spearheaded this thing from the county's perspective. Did a fantastic job for us. But the day of the event, all the schools came in. The children each got their own cape and mask, without wanting to kill me, which was nice.
Volunteers got their shirts. Yeah.
Volunteers got their shirts, and from that, we did have some introductions. I know we didn't have all the dignitaries that we were hoping for because of the change in schedules. There were several that had planned on coming on Wednesday that were not able to make it on Friday. But Mark Adkins, the vice mayor for Smyrna, came. He brought, I believe it was Heather Kent, Brian Hercules, Rex. 4 or 5 different dignitaries from Smyrna came. They were fantastic to help encourage the kids. That was fantastic. Volunteers, the students themselves that came. Some of our sponsors came. Friends came. And again, this is only the second time we've done this, so we weren't able to get out all the sponsor requests to come because there was some work that needed to be done to verify folks from a protection and legal standpoint from the school system. But now that we've done it once, now that we know the process, it'll be much easier to do that next time and hopefully invite many of the sponsors. But I've just got to tell you, while the sponsorships were fantastic, we cannot thank so much Smyrna Ready Mix, Jennings and Rebecca Jones Foundation. Lisa Mitchell was fantastic to help us out there. Republic Services were amazing. The financial advisors of Edward Jones, I'm so encouraged by my fellow advisors. I called and they just said, where do we send the check? The best part about that, Brian, I know I'm giving you so much time to talk and ask questions, but there was so much going on. The best part about that, though, was Sunday morning. I didn't ask, but I presume it was at church because it was Sunday morning. One of my fellow advisors, DeLon Bradley, he sent me a picture, and one of his little buddies, who was a Rutherford County school student, had his comic book with him.
Oh, wow. How cool.
And he was going around showing everybody his comic book, but from playing games to getting the comic books to getting the capes and masks and wanting to fly off and be superheroes. And one of the best things Mark Atkins did was he said, show me your best superhero pose, and obviously they all just did their poses, and that was fantastic. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. But I do want to give props to folks that I know don't normally get props. They do it definitely selflessly for the love of the kids, the love of the program, the passion. But the Rutherford County school staff who were there, the nurses were there before anybody else. They were there. They were ready because there are different challenges that the kids may have to take on through the day. So the nursing staff was there ready to go. The one-on-one buddies. I mean, from time to time, and no fault of the kids themselves, but you never know, again, if you're going to get a hug, if you're going to get a handshake or a high five, or maybe because of a specific physical challenge, you don't know if you're actually going to get hit and come home with bruises. And obviously it's no fault of the children's, but these folks come and do this every single day, day in, day out, because they love the kids. And I just want to say thank you so much for all of the Rutherford County staff, the teachers, the parapros, the EAs, the one-on-one buddies, everybody who is just there out of love and care for these children. It was so apparent. So apparent. I mean, you can't just come out of there with your heart just opening wide up, wanting to shine for the love of these children. And it was fantastic.
So I know that it just happened Friday, but plans in the works for another Every Kid is a Hero Day somewhere, sometime soon?
We are definitely, yes, we definitely, from this event, I think while definitely, again, it is our second event, so we definitely had a few challenges and hurdles to figure out and get through. There are several folks that were there that are employees of the school system and volunteers who said, "Hey, I've got ideas," and I said, "Great, we're looking for help." But I definitely think it's an event that everybody wants to have again. And I know that we're looking at doing it again in a few other counties in Metro Nashville. So for folks that may be listening and want the same type of event in their county, please let us know. You can always go to, again, everykidisahero.org. My phone number is on there. Again, my name is Lee Colvin, Colvin, 615-525-1694. We'd love to talk to you. The other side of that is, as much as we were able to give out T-shirts, give out capes and masks, give out comic books where each child was their own superhero, we were also able to raise in our first event $11,000.
Oh, cool.
To go back into the Rutherford County special needs classrooms. And that, I know it's not as much as I wanted, but it's a good start. And again, we cannot thank our sponsors, individual donors, enough for their contribution and commitment to this event, and we look forward to it again. So again, if you're somebody who would like to be a part of this, please give us a call. Please send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Again, you can reach out to me, 615-525-1694.
All right, Lee. Appreciate you stopping in today.
Thanks so much, Brian. Have a great day.
You bet. Lee Colvin joining us today here from Edward Jones, but talking about Every Kid is a Hero Foundation and their big event last Friday. If you want to check some of the podcasts, you can do that at WGNSradio.com. Just look under Rutherford Issues or search for Every Kid is a Hero Foundation. You'll see a lot of that info posted there on the site. Okay, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here next time.
CBS News brief. The U.S. Supreme Court considering what